Chapter 10. The Hills. Kim and the Llama began walking slowly north from Saharanpur. They walked through the cities of Dehradun and then, closer to the hills, the city of Mussoorie. At the beginning of their journey, the Llama needed Kim's help walking. But as they began to go upwards in the hills, the Llama became stronger and stronger. For Kim, however, the walking became more and more difficult, and the winds colder and colder. The Llama, who was a hillman, led Kim away from the main road along more difficult paths. The people of the hills welcomed the Llama and Kim. Many of them were Buddhists and saw the Llama as a very important holy man. Gradually, Kim became stronger, and he studied more deeply the wheel of life with the Llama. In these hills, there was very little to distract them. Occasionally, they saw a bear on a distant hill or an eagle in the sky. One morning, they even saw a snow leopard that was eating a goat. Otherwise, there was nothing. These hills under the great Himalayas were like a world of dreams.
"Surely the gods live here,"
said Kim, who was amazed by the great distances and silence of the place.
"This is no place for men."
Hurry Babu, who was carrying a blue and white umbrella, also walked up into the hills, but he stayed on the main road. Soon he met the Russian and Frenchman. He presented himself as an agent for the Raja of Rampur. The Russian and Frenchman were very happy because they were having trouble with their porters. They had baskets carrying mountain goat heads. They were pretending to be hunters. But most important to them was a basket with a red cover which carried all their maps and papers. They planned to take these precious documents down to Simla and then send them back to Russia. Hurry Babu soon solved their problem with their porters, who were hillmen. So the Russian and Frenchman, now with the assistance of an agent of the Raja of Rampur, continued their journey down to Simla. On the second day, they saw Kim and the Llama studying the wheel of life near the road. Hurry Babu, who always thought very quickly, said,
"Look, that is a very important local holy man, a subject of the Raja of Rampur."
"What is he doing? It is very curious,"
said the Russian.
"He is explaining the holy picture, which is made by hand," said
Hurry Babu.
"Tell him that I want to buy his picture,"
said the Russian. Hurry Babu walked closer to Kim and the Llama. Kim understood the situation immediately.
"Holy One,"
said the Babu,
"these sahibs want to buy your drawing."
"No,"
replied the Llama, who was also an artist.
"He says no,"
Hurry Babu said to the Russian. The Russian became angry. He did not see the Llama as an important holy man. He saw him as a dirty old man arguing about money for an old drawing. He walked up to the Llama and grabbed at the drawing. The Llama did not let go, and the drawing ripped. The Llama became angry and stood up. Then the Russian hit him on the face. The hillmen carrying the baskets were shocked. They became afraid and ran up the hill with the baskets on their backs. Kim, too, was shocked. He attacked the Russian. The two went rolling down the hill. Again, the Babu thought very quickly. He went and pulled Kim off the Russian. Kim wanted to kill him. Then he whispered in his ear,
"You must run up with the hillmen who have the baskets. The one with the red cover has all the important documents. Keep that one. Go."
Kim ran off with the hillman, who had also taken the Llama with them. The Frenchman now had his pistol in his hand, but the Babu shouted at him,
"Do not shoot! They will come and kill us all! Why did you hit their holy man? You have done something horrible! Now we will be lucky to arrive in Simla alive!"
But, of course, the Babu was very happy that the Russian had done something so horrible. Kim now had all their secret letters and documents. Chapter 11. The River of the Arrow. Kim, the Lama and the Hillman travelled to a very small village called Shamle under the snow. They were treated with great respect. The leader of the village, a woman, even had her men carry the Lama down to the next village. Then each village along the way was very happy to carry a Lama who was searching for a holy river, for a while until they reached the plain. There, on the plains, the last group of hillmen left the Lama and Kim and went back to the hills. The Lama looked sadly towards the Himalayas, which were his home, and said,
Holy hills, the arrow of our Lord Buddha did not fall among you, and I will never breathe your cool air again before I die.
Now Kim was all alone with the Lama. He had to carry the food, the maps and papers. He had to help the old man to walk. He had to prepare the old man's bed and to beg food for him in the morning and evening.
You are the best chela, even if you are a sahib. It is strange,
said the Lama.
You have said,
answered Kim,
that there is neither black nor white. Why talk about these things, Holy One? I am your chela and I am tired.
Soon Kim realized that he could not continue. He was now very ill. He sent a message to the old lady, and soon some of her servants came. They carried Kim and the Lama back to the old lady's house near Saharanpur. When they arrived at the old lady's house, she looked down from her window and said to the Lama,
I told you, Holy One, to keep an eye on your chela. He has become sick by running after women. Look at his eyes.
Kim looked up at her, but he was too tired to smile.
Do not joke,
said the Lama.
We are here for important matters. I became sick spiritually in the hills. I became angry and wanted to hit a man. And he became sick in the body. It is my fault.
Before he fell asleep, Kim asked the old lady for a box with a lock. He said that it was for some holy books. Then he put the secret maps and documents in it. After this, the old lady took control of the situation. First, she let him sleep and sleep and sleep. Then she fed him and massaged him until, after many days, he was able to sit up and talk.
Where is my Holy One?
Kim asked.
Oh, listen to him. Your Holy One is well,
she responded angrily.
but he is lucky. First he refused the good food that I cooked, and then went walking around the fields for 2 nights. And then he fell into one of our streams and almost drowned. Thank goodness that the doctor was there and pulled him out. And then he says that he is now, what did he say? Yes, he is free of all sin. He has found his river. Anyway, he always keeps an eye on you.
The old lady then told Kim that the doctor was also there. The doctor had wanted to see Kim, but the old lady had kept him away.
Oh, please, send him to me now,
said Kim. The lady left Kim's room, and soon the doctor, who was, of course, Huri Babu, came in.
Oh, Mr. O'Hara, we are all so extremely proud of you. As soon as you are better, we will work together again,
cried Huri Babu.
The papers, the maps and books from the basket. Here is the key to the box under my bed,
was Kim's answer. He could no longer stand the huge responsibility of keeping them. Huri Babu took everything from Kim and left for Simla to take it all to Colonel Creighton. Kim got up and walked away from the old lady's home. He went towards a cart on a little hill with a tree just above the flat fields. When he arrived in front of the cart, he lay down and fell into a deep sleep. Later that day, the Lama came out to Kim. He said,
Wake up! Wake up! I have found it!
I have slept for 100 years,
said Kim.
Where have you been, Holy One? I came out here to look for you.
Listen to me,
continued the Lama.
My search is over. Listen to what happened. The old lady offered me food, but I did not eat. For 2 days and 2 nights I meditated. During the second night my soul left my body. It was free and went near to the great soul. At this point, I could see all of India, from Ceylon in the sea to the hills and my monastery in Tibet. Then I was about to enter forever the great soul, when I heard a voice that cried, "What will happen to the boy, your chela, if you die? I could not abandon you." So I left the great soul. Then I heard a voice that said, "Look out, there is the river of the arrow." Then my soul was in my body again, and the doctor pulled me out of the river. It was really only a small stream.
Oh, I'm glad that the Babu was near,
said Kim.
Were you very wet?
That is not important,
answered the Lama.
The doctor was very worried about the body of the Lama. But I came back from freedom, from the great soul, for you. We are now both free from sin.
The Lama smiled, because he had freed himself and the boy he loved from sin.